Today we will start a new topic that is the non-linear data structure. So far, what we have started all these linear data structure like an array, a single linked list, a doubly linked list, several list. All these are linear data structure. So, what is non-linear data structure? Non-linear data structure, by the name, it implies that the data structure is not linear, but technically, what do you mean by that? Technically, non-linear means if a particular node uh, points to more than one nodes at a time, right? So far, what you have seen, what you have started in single list or double list or circular list. What happens that here a particular node is pointing to another node at a time, right? In double,
क्यों खुला रहे हो अभी तुम जाओ बैठो
all of you just mute yourself, right? Your feedback is coming. Hmm. So, as
No, mute.
in nonlinear data structure, particular node will point to more than one nodes. It is very useful in real life scenarios because it may so happen that please mute yourself. All of you check whether you are in mute mode or not. Otherwise, I'm getting the noise feedback. Okay, so uh, it may so happen that a particular table, right, whenever we are studying this data structure, our ultimate motive is aim is to develop a database. Why? Because the structures we are developing, ultimately this will uh, work with the data. If our structure doesn't work with data, so it is of no use. So the data structure means the structure where we will keep our data, how we will keep our data, and how we will manipulate our data. In database management system, what you will be studying in your fourth year, which is very important for the software developers to start to know. DBMS is a special subject, right? So in DBMS, in broadly, we can classify the database functionally in two categories. One is DML and another is DDL, data definition language and data manipulation language. Data definition means the structure here, the structure what you are defining is called data definition. Right? Means a table, right? In technical term, we call the table as a schema, and the record we call tuple. Okay, tuple and schema. These are the technical terms you will be studying. So here also we are doing that one. When we are creating a particular node, so we are creating a record. Here, for our the convenience, we have taken only one field for the data component part, and there the table definitely there will be multiple fields. So when you are defining or you are designing a database, not a particular schema for a particular table, so you are defining it. What will be the fields? Okay, it totally depends on you. Means it totally depends on the developer. And data manipulation part means you are inserting the records in your table or you are deleting the records in your table. You are modifying the tables, right? As and when record. These are all come under data manipulation part. Data manipulation using a particular language. That is, you have a hard time, and you might have heard the term SQL, PLSQL, right? Structured query language. And for your information, this PLSQL is designed in C actually. So PLSQL and form of C, right? PLSQL is by itself a language, but this language has been designed in the help of C. One question may arise in our mind that we develop everything using some language, right? We write program. So, how the C has been designed? You know that every language has come from C. C is the source. You know, if you start go to the evolution of C, you will come to know. Uh, but the question is how the C has been designed. You will try to uh, find the answer. How the sea, I want the history of sea when the Dennis Ritchie developed it, right? Broadly, not in detail, don't go in detail, but in a broadly you should know the evolution of sea. Anyways, so this PLSQL to manipulate the database, we take the help of another language, PLSQL, another platform. So that had been designed using C. So anyway, so whenever we are, it means the why I uh, is this context because, uh, for example, in database, actually database is not a single table. It's not a single data structure. Database is a collection of tables, and a particular table is a collection of some records. So a particular database consists of so many tables, right? What happens in real life, always when we develop a software in industry, the designing of database is most important. In fact, this is the first and foremost job. First, we have to think about the database. This is the first job. There are so many procedures, there are so many protocols, there are so many rules. How will you define a database? And before uh, designing a database, before this job, you have some another jobs, right? You are supposed to create DFD, data flow diagram, all this, right? How the data will be flowing. So for that, you have to have a concrete logic so that it takes minimum time. These are the activities. You know that database management is a different. Um,
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. Sir, Vishal could not join.
who?
It's showing Vishal, sir. It is showing failed to join.
Ask him to send a request. I didn't get any request.
Okay, sir.
Ask him to send a request. Whenever I get the request, I accept whether it comes from the BBIT or outside BBIT. The persons who are in BBIT, inside the BBIT, but somehow their details are not matching. So it seems that outside of BBIT, or it may so happen really someone has got the link, or someone who tries to enter in the class. I always accept, but I want all the people uh, will be benefited with the lecture. So I don't mind if any senior professor wants to join in my class, I always welcome, because
Okay,
the
sir.
knowledge, if you share the knowledge, it will be always, it will be beneficial for the society, right? Anyways, so definitely
Yes, sir.
the link is known to him or her, those who ask to join. Anyway, so ask him to just send the request. I will accept. Okay. I,
স্যার স্যার স্যার
uh,
ডাটা স্যার ডেটাবেস এন্ড ডেটা স্ট্রাকচারের মধ্যে স্যার বেসিক ডিফারেন্সটা কোথায়?
database and data structure এর মধ্যে basic define the difference দ্বারা database আর data structure. বাইক চালাস? বাইক
না
চালাস?
স্যার।
বাইক কোনো সারানো কোনো মেকানিকের কাছে দাঁড়িয়েছিস? কি গাড়ি চালাতে পারিস বল? সাইকেল চালাতে পারিস না? সাইকেল চালাস?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, হ্যাঁ স্যার, হ্যাঁ স্যার,
সাইকেলের দোকানে দাঁড়িয়েছিস? কোনোদিন
হ্যাঁ
সার্ভিস?
স্যার,
হ্যাঁ,
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
চেন কভারটা একটা আলাদা ডেটা স্ট্রাকচার, ব্রেক সিস্টেমটা আলাদা ডেটা স্ট্রাকচার, ঠিক আছে?
ইয়েস
সাইকেলের
স্যার।
বিভিন্ন পার্টস, কমপ্লিট পার্টস যেগুলো, ঠিক আছে? চেন কভারের মধ্যে টোটাল, আমি বলছি টোটাল সেটটা, টোটাল সেট একটা আলাদা পার্ট, কমপ্লিট পার্ট একটা আলাদা ইউনিট। So different complete unit we may consider as data structure, and when we assemble all these parts together, it comes up as a database. Right? Got it?
ইয়েস স্যার, ক্লিয়ার স্যার।
Database has may have, or generally the database has different data structure, means different tables, or different tables which may have a different data structure. Got it? It is not necessary that all the tables will have the same structure, right? As and when required. So, for example, the point what I was trying to mention, just to make you understand the where the non-structure becomes very useful. Always in a database we have one table that is called master table, or maybe more than one table, but master table is a source point you can consider. When we design a database, master table we need to design first. Master table means, let's say for a student database, master table for student for BBIT, right? Master table will be your name, your date of birth, your uh, student ID. Okay, nothing else, nothing else. Only this are sufficient. Then from the student ID there may be so many links. One link, your details from the student ID. This pointing from the student ID, one table will be generated which will consist of your personal details, your address, your uh, parents details, right? Another may be your academic details, when you have joined, when from the student ID, which year you are studying, in which year, what rank you made in entrance, right? From the year there may be some another points, that your academic record in BBIT, right? All these derived database or derived rather tables may come from a single point, that is, got it. So one particular table may point to more than one tables or one nodes, right? Or not tables, got it. So definitely, if I try to search a particular uh, item, let's say which in what score you got in your physics, right, in the last semester. I have to start from searching. I have to start searching from your name, your ID, right, student ID. Means I mean the system, right? Then it will go which direction, your personal details or your academic details. Definitely your academic details. Just like a tree, different branches are there, and which branch you will level, that will depend on your purpose, your goal. What is your goal? Your goal means you means the system. What is the system's goal? Means those who are system means definitely it will be only for the purpose of user, right? What the user wants. User means those who will be operating your data, like say some clerical staff of BBIT or some teacher of BBIT, whatever. If he or she wants to search anything about you or about any student, then he will do it. Means system will actually do it on behalf of him. He will just work from the user end. He will just initiate the query. System will catch the query and system will process, means a particular program, so will process the query and it will give the result. So different branches are there. So if the user wants to search your personal details, let's say any teacher wants to send a letter or email or make a phone call to your parent, right, regarding any issue, right? Uh, so anyways, you know that I think so many of you have the experience. I don't know, you will be experiencing. So your activities will decide the a good call you will your parents will receive, or some complaints about you will be received from that end. Anyways, so this if the user wants to get that one, your personal details, definitely the branching means the query will be in that path. Right? You have, I think you have studied the graph. No, a graph means what? The different paths are there. No? So in which path I will level, that depends on the traffic, that is different issue, or my purpose, my goal. And if let's say the marks for the physics or chemistry or math, so different branching, another branching will be able to get the result, right? So this is actually the real life scenario, and real life scenario always non-linear data structure. Well, that's in real. So very important. That's why I took a bit time for the introduction. So far any query, general query, I didn't start the technical discussion. I have only discussed the definitely technical, but the normal discussion, not the, the, the chapter, your topic. Anyways, so any question is clear. Please hold on. Okay, fine. Let us start a recording. Sorry, let us start a presentation. Today we will not discuss in this session we will not discuss any coding, that so many theoretical questions you can expect from this chapter 3, right? You have a scope to answer so many questions, right? So we will, all this we will be discussing present. Is visible to all of you screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Topic 3. Just a tree branch. First you have to study the binary tree, then we will study the general tree. A binary tree, by the name you can see that you can understand that a particular node particular node may have two branches at most branches. That's why it's nodes. I have just designated here this way. Uh, we designate the nodes with a number or with a digit or with an alphabet, right? So this is the starting point of tree. The starting point of tree generally what we call root of a tree from the tree. Every node can have at most two nodes, not more than one. I told maximum. It may have no nodes, right? No child. I think it's called child. If I say that B and C are children of a D and this way. And these things, if the nodes which are the same level is called siblings. Okay. Child node, parent node means the D is the parent node of each. Let's say A is the parent node of B, or B is the child node of A. In this way, we call it is the generally how the picture shows it depicts in that way, right? And the the nodes which are in the last level, right, called the not last level exactly, the nodes which have men. The nodes other nodes. If in it is not necessary that leaf node will always be at the last level. See here in this tree, there are how many levels if we consider the starting point as a 0 level. So this is the first level, this is the second level, this is the third level. Or in some book you can notice that this has been mentioned as a first level, right? But maximum book follows this concept. The root is always at level 0. Okay, then level 1, level 2, level 3. So this is also a leaf and this is also a leaf. You can consider. Got it? H, I, J, F, G, these are the leaves. But you can see this all this H, I, J is a different level from F and G, right? So this is the called a leaf node. So the definition I will give you these definitions. You can see the definitions are important terms. Path. All these I think you have studied in your somewhat you have in your graph, isn't it? You have studied graph in mathematics, no? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So it's like a graph, okay, with a bit difference. So path refers to the sequence of the node. Here the path, you know this the path. Root, I told you the node at the top of the tree is called root. There is only one root per tree and one path from the root node to any node, right? To reach to any node from the root node, there must be one path because it is not the closed graph. It is open. Okay. That's why only one path will be there to reach at any level from root level. Okay. Parent, child, leaf, the node which does not have any child node is called the leaf node. Okay. Sometimes the student get confused that they actually discard all these nodes as leaf node. They always consider the nodes which have no child, fine, but which are at the last level. It's not complete answer. Okay. The actual answer is the node which has no child, so which has no children, right? It's called leaf node. Subtree. If I consider this total as a tree, I can consider this particular portion as another tree, so it may be called a subtree. Okay. Again, I can consider this part as a tree, but it is a subtree of this. Okay. Like in subset. So subtree is this. Subtree represents the descendants of a node. Visiting. This is the most important thing. Visiting. Because whenever you will be doing anything with the tree, you have to search, then you have to visit the tree, right? If you want to visit this node J, okay, so you have to, which path, how you will visit it? Mainly, there are three ways to visit the node. Okay, three types of traversal. Visiting and traversal, the same thing. So, in order, post order, and pre order. These are the three techniques with which you can visit a particular node. This is called a traversal or visiting technique method. We will discuss gradually. Okay. That's then traversing. This is what I told you. Visiting. Visiting refers to checking the value of a node when control is on the node. All right. Visiting refers to checking the value of a node when control is on the node. Means if a particular node is reachable from another node, visiting means we are visiting to that node, means our concentration is that what value is there on the node, right? This is called visiting. And traversing means passing through the nodes in a specific order, right? Visiting means it's a goal that I will reach to here in D node, right? So this is called the visiting. I will visit and stop here. A traversal means my purpose is to traverse, just to monitor all the tree as a whole. Okay, or to display the entire tree. I may traverse the entire tree, right? So this is called a minor difference between traversal and visiting. And level. Level of a node represents the generation of a node. If the root node is at level 0, then its next child node is at level 1, its grandchild is at level 2, so on. Key represents the value of a node based on which a search operation is to be carried out for a node. These are called the key, right? It may have any value or it means these are, I can consider the different records, right? Different records of same structure. Okay, means here there may be a tree of tables in database management system I am talking about. There may be a tree of tables, or there may be a tree of a record. A tree of a record will have the same kind of data structure, right? Means like a linked list, all the nodes will have the same type of data structure. But had it be, if I consider the tree, if I want to make a tree of tables, different tables, right? Then the different tables will have different data structure. Okay. So as an on record, as per the requirement of the design, uh, these are the very useful tools, right? Okay. Binary search tree represent. Here you can see that I actually this is a binary tree. I told you the binary tree means a particular node may have at most two child, right? That's why binary tree. If it is a simple general tree, you can get more than one child uh, may be originated from a particular node, right? So it isn't binary tree. But here there is another special type of binary tree. It's called binary search tree, right? Binary search tree is a special type of binary tree. And if you
See, I have.
look at this picture and this picture carefully, you will get the difference. Who will answer me the difference? You just look at this pattern of this tree and just look at the pattern of this tree. You tell me the difference. Could you see any difference here? Hello.
স্যার দুটো স্যার ট্রিজের সেম লেভেলে এসে শেষ হয়েছে
Try
স্যার।
to speak in English. Always try. Okay. Maybe when normally when you are this in a mood of unofficial mode, you can talk to in Bengali. I also always prefer sometimes, but in generally technical for the technical answers you should speak in English. Tell me, carry on. Okay, Akanto Goswami. Okay, you are from lateral, na?
ইয়েস স্যার।
Okay. Answer me. What the difference you have noticed?
স্যার টু ট্রি আর এন্ড at সেম লেভেল স্যার। স্যার স্যার সরি স্যার
If I cut
ফার্স্ট
it
ট্রি।
here, this is not a point, right? If I cut it here, consider up to this. Consider up to this. Consider up to this. Then it's same level. Don't consider this. Then this is what I want. I want from you. That is this. The don't you really see any difference? You are not.
স্যার সেকেন্ড ট্রি হ্যাভ এ ভ্যালু স্যার।
This has also have a value. It is not a value. To you, this is not a value.
ইয়েস স্যার।
Then alphabet definitely is a value. Right. All the characters have different ASCII value. Right. You might have studied in your first year in the diploma level also, right? Anyways, for anyone else? No difference. Don't you see any difference? I ask you to concentrate again the picture. I think if your little brother or sister in at your home, he or she may answer, right? Now there are so many uh, movies for the kids are available also, where you are supposed to check the difference between two pictures, isn't it? There are so many app in that game. Am I right? Hello? Hello? Nobody responds today. Why?
Yes,
Stop.
sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So many apps are there, na? Where you are supposed to.
Yes, sir.
It's very useful. It is actually it checks your concentration, your eyesight. Generally, I am telling you that your post means that pilot means your
Sir, in
pilot.
the
Stop it, stop it. Let me complete one point. There is another post in railway that is called loco pilot, assistant driver in general, but in technical term it's loco pilot. The eligibility is diploma, right? But so many graduate engineers nowadays are working, right? In mainly for the male candidates, not for the female candidates. So actually, the basic uh, eligibility was, I think, an ITI, right? I don't
Yes, sir.
has been converted into minimum eligibility or diploma, or it is still their eligibility is ITI or not. I'm not sure, right? But it's a good uh, job, right? Means so huge running allowance of the so the salary the employees don't need to depend on the salary only, right? Running allowance is there for that. Means a good job for getting good money, right? Anyways, so so there it is mandatory. 1 or 2 hours special checking is there whether how much your eyesight uh, is powerful or it has a problem, right? So this don't you see any difference? Huh? I think who is this? Is Priyanka Sur? You want to answer?
yes, sir.
Hmm. What
Actually,
difference?
I was saying that in the binary search tree, it don't have a child node. That's it.
You don't binary search tree, no child node is there. Huh?
Yes,
Is what is this? This is the child node of this parent node.
Sir, but they are not siblings, sir.
Ito 14, 35 is the sibling of 14. What are you saying?
it's just
Ah,
have a in the binary search tree it have 0, 1, 2 level, and in that it in the previous there was 3 level. That's it. Nothing more.
no, again I told you, let me cut it off here from this. Let me cut it off, right? So the 0, 1, 2 level and 0, 1, 2. Same level, 0, 1, 2. You are not
Hello, sir.
seeing the actual difference.
Hello, sir.
Nobody. All of whatever is
Hello, sir.
absolutely wrong.
Sir, may I tell something?
Definitely.
Sir, the left side, the element has less than value the parent's node, and right
Exactly.
side element has,
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Who is this? Let me see. Absolutely. Who is this?
sir, Probir Patra.
Prabir Patro. Absolutely. Very good. Excellent. Didn't you notice this one? This is the main difference. See here, every node here that the left subtree has the less value from 27. The nodes in the left subtree, the nodes which are in the left part of 27 has the less value always, and which are in the right side has the greater value. Right? Say 14 is less than 27. 10 is less than 14. 19 is greater than 14 but less than 27. Notice carefully. Here 27, 35 is greater than 27. That's why in the right side. So all the nodes which will be in the right side, right means your right, not right of the node, right of the picture. It is your right side. Okay, don't get it confused. Left means your left. 20. This subtree is the left subtree from you, right? Not it is the left of this. It is the right actually of the tree itself. Always we will think that our left part and our right part. Okay, so this is the right part of the 20 this tree. So all the nodes which have in the right side, in the right subtree, has the greater value of this node. So 35 is greater than 27. 42 is greater than 35. But here this is maybe considered another tree subtree. So 31, the left node of this will always have the less value from the root node. So 35 is the root node of this 31. So here 31 is less than 35. Okay, but 31 is greater than 27 because this node may be the left node of left child of 35. Okay, but right child of this 27. So that's why the value will be greater than 27 here, but less than 35. Okay, but here nothing is mentioned. Nothing is mentioned. A general value we have put. We didn't maintain the protocol, that is that left subtree will always have the less value than a particular node or root node, or right subtree will have the greater value from the root node or its parent node. Got it? Got the difference, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So this is the
ডিফারেন্স
main
বুঝতে পেরেছি স্যার।
this
ডিফারেন্স
is
আছে, কিছুটা ডিফারেন্স আছে। এই দিকটা বড় হচ্ছে তো এই দিকটা ছোট হচ্ছে, এই তো।
না বাবা, পুরোটাই ডিফারেন্ট। পুরোটাই ডিফারেন্ট। অ্যাকচুয়াল যখন বাইনারি সার্চ ট্রি একটা স্পেশাল সার্চ টাইপ, মানে স্পেশাল ট্রি, স্পেশাল বাইনারি ট্রি। ডিফারেন্স কোন জায়গায় আমি বলতে চাচ্ছি, মেনলি এটা তো বাইনারি ট্রি, আমরা বাইনারি ট্রি করছি। অলওয়েজ a node has maximum 2 nodes as a child node, right? এখানেও তাই, বাট মেন ডিফারেন্স এটাই, এটা খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট একটা ট্রি। নাও অনওয়ার্ডস আমরা এই ট্রিতেই ম্যাক্সিমাম কাজ করব, বাইনারি সার্চ, রাইট? কারণ অলওয়েজ একটা মিনিংফুল ভ্যালু থাকবে, তো সিগনিফিকেন্ট, অল দ্য নোডস উইল হ্যাভ, মাস্ট হ্যাভ আ সিগনিফিকেন্ট ভ্যালু, right? As an identity of the node, right? Without identity, no node actually will be useful for us. Like say your student ID is an useful information, that may be an ID of a particular node, right? So in that way, a value always actually gives us the more meaningful, or actually it is more real. So we always in binary search tree this way. This is the main thing. When we will be creating a binary search tree, we have to maintain this rule. Got it? All the nodes will have less value. All the nodes in the left subtree, okay, will have the less value from its origin or from its parent node, and all the nodes of a right subtree of a particular parent node will have greater than, not greater than, greater than or equal, right? It may be equal also. Greater than or equal. Right part, right subtree will have the value greater than or equal than its parent node. Parent node may be the root node or any other node. Like say here, this is the root node of the tree as a whole, and parent node also, parent node of 14 or 35, right? But here, this is the parent node of 10, but I cannot consider, I cannot say that this is the root node of this tree, right? This is not root node, but parent node of these two nodes. 35 is the parent node of these two nodes, right? So implementation part we will discuss in the, we'll discuss later. Traversal part also we will discuss in detail. More three traversal technique I told you, that in order, pre-order or post-order. We will be discussing one by one, in order, pre-order, post-order, different techniques. You must get at least 30 to 30 marks to 25 to 30 marks or maybe more from this chapter 3, okay, in your exam. So pre-order, in-order, post-order, you can say the sequence are different, we get the different result, right? So until unless you don't know how to the traversal technique, you will not understand. We will discuss all these techniques in detail, right? That's very important, and from this theoretical part you have enough scope to get a good score, right? And definitely you have to know how to implement this in your C. Yeah, that is another important part. Anyways, let us conclude the today's session, but before that let me check the attendance. Okay, okay. System, how the system is working. Okay, fine. Hmm. Okay, let me first stop sharing it. Okay, just don't leave the class. Okay, okay, fine. Uh, okay, then we will meet again. I think from 2:30. No, today. Today the schedule has not been changed. No, 2:30, isn't it, Sayantan? Sayantan, Sneha,
Yes, sir.
from 2:30, na?
Yes, sir. From
Okay.
two.
হ্যাঁ
স্যার কি বলেন আরেকবার একটু বলুন কেটে গেল কথা
কটা থেকে আজকে ল্যাবের ক্লাস
স্যার ল্যাবে
Today
Sir,
it
from
will be
class
2
to
p.m. sir. Lab
2 p.m.
class.
from today I didn't get any notice or any from today it was from 2 p.m. from the beginning.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
From the beginning, it
Oh,
was
then fine, then
generally
fine.
at 2 p.m.
Okay, then
Two to
fine.
3 we have our lab class.
Huh?
From 2 to 3 we have our lab class.
Oh,
2 to
okay.
3 lab class.
Okay. Okay. As it is scheduled, it will be conducted, right? So
Okay,
we'll
sir.
meet you
Okay.
again on 2 p.m., right? And I
Okay, sir.
suggest all of you to attend the lab class. It is good for you. Otherwise, you will not learn anything. Theoretically, if you study the subject, it will be good for you to qualify the subject, but you will not get any job in IT industry. It is very subject. It's very useful and very subject, and you will get so many questions from the campus in campus interview also. That was you must attend the lab classes. Okay, fine. Bye, all of you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hmm.